Nerd shit, take one. Ow, fuck. That one hurts.
That's so unnecessary.
What the
All right.
whole
My
clap?
butt cheeks hurt after hearing that one.
What's up and welcome back to another episode of Nerd Shit where we talk about all things pop culture. My name is Danny. I'm going to be the host today, but I'm not here alone. I'm here with my shitty friends.
I am Justin.
That was lackluster. I'm Perkins.
Oh,
Sup, y'all? It's Fabian, the comic book guy. Not from Marvel today.
What the fuck?
What happened?
You can't say the M word.
What?
She's wearing the
Did they
fucking
even
M word.
know?
No.
Who's advertising here? And I can't say it.
Crystal, you're wearing the M word.
Did it on purpose.
wait,
Fuck
did
the
you introduce
rules.
yourself?
I'm Alex.
Okay, all right. I was like, where are we at with these introductions?
My
But
introduction can be whatever it wants to be. You shut up.
Very lackluster.
well, anyways, as Alex was saying, this episode
Fuck
is
did you just call me?
you're Alex in this podcast. Anyways,
Martha.
anyways, this episode we are gonna be not mentioning Marvel. This is gonna be the last time I say the word Marvel. That was that time, the last time. If you say Marvel, I'm gonna cut your mic for like 5 minutes.
Oh, shit.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I don't have. I do have that capability, but I'm not gonna do all that.
Marvel.
I just
5 minutes of.
no, but there's so many cool things going on in the world that I think we can give M-word a break for once.
What's the M word again? I forgot.
It's well, I'm definitely blurring that out. Everyone's gonna think Crystal has her titties out. This entire
We're gonna
episode.
have like one of those like documentary silhouettes of Crystal the whole time. You disrespectful.
I knew what I was doing. I did it on purpose. Fuck you guys.
I know what I'm
So
about
I
to
regret
say.
nothing.
Fucking rules.
I wore my Spider-Man shirt with the anticipation that it was going to be on for something else.
Sean the non-believer.
I was like, wait, hold on.
I'm not ashamed.
Okay, so what is everyone watching nowadays?
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker?
Yeah.
Dude, that shit's so
catching up.
lit.
I loved that show. I
Let's
loved
talk
the intro.
Yeah.
That intro
Oh my
alone.
gosh.
I didn't know what the fuck was going
So
on with
catchy.
the
Nobody
dancing and
does,
everything. It was
yeah.
awesome.
I saw the intro and I immediately was like, this is my new favorite show. Just from the intro. I didn't even have to watch the rest of it. Honestly, at first I was kind of like, man, like I was like, he was my least favorite character in Suicide Squad. So I was like, on top of that, I thought he was dead, but
Yeah, no, Peacemaker was great. The intro was fucking hilarious.
John
Yeah.
Cena does great.
Love. Okay, you guys know, like, for y'all that don't know, obviously, the people watching, I'm obsessed with John Cena, man. Always have been.
I
Yep.
didn't know
Wrestling
that.
days since the Doctor of
How could you
Thugonomics.
technically be
Thugonomics.
infatuated with someone you've never seen?
Oh, that's a good question.
well,
I feel like people do it around the world all the time.
well, I'm
They're
glad
all
you brought up
groaning right
Peacemaker
now.
because we have a special guest on the podcast today. And here he is.
Like,
Whoa, is
John
that
Cena.
John Cena, you came all the way to our podcast just what? This is
fucking
crazy.
fine.
He's under a very
This is
strict
fucking
contractual
wild.
obligation that he cannot have a speaking role today.
No, yep.
But-
but he's here with us. Listening
Dude,
to us
my-
talk about his new show.
Did you
my
bring Eagly?
name on our
Eagly.
what is it? Fantasy football league is what would John Cena do? And my like profile picture is a picture of John Cena. Like,
So you just have a blank profile picture.
Eagly stole
Yeah.
that, for sure.
Dude, when they hugged, I was like, that's so awesome.
I love the whole animal aspect. James Gunn always wants to put some type of animal in there, and I love it.
Yeah, yeah. It was so funny how she was like, "You did not hug an eagle. Like that eagle does not hug."
No,
an
And
eagle.
then it eventually
definitely
comes
hugs
back
him.
around.
Yeah.
And she's like, I just saw a man hug an eagle or eagle hug a man. What are you talking about? Just trust me. It's a sign. I was like, holy shit.
This is like a huge shift from his character from the comics. I mean, like he first previewed in a Charlton comic, like The Fighting Five, which was an obscure title. No one had anything to do with it. But when DC got the rights for those, my God, they didn't do anything with him, really, up until John Cena, like, revamped that character. Pretty
Yeah.
much making him, like, a pivotal character of the Suicide Squad now in the comics. and he's Amanda Waller's henchman, and he does.
So he
job.
essentially like revived the character, not just
Exactly.
on the screen, but on the comics as well.
Exactly.
That's pretty awesome.
Dude, the
I like a
ending of that, what was it, White Dragon? Was that like,
Yeah,
I didn't know that was an actual character in comics back then. They were like, this is the one they
Definitely
don't
was.
dive into much because of what it's talking about. It's like, oh shit.
They have done.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, you will see the most ridiculous characters back in the '60s and all that stuff.
It's weird because to me, like, it seems like DC has weird side characters. So, like, Peacemaker kind of gives me the Doom Patrol vibes. I feel like they needed to just, like, put out more stuff of, like, just characters we don't get enough of. Because how many Jokers do we have? Like, how many
They
Batmans do we
overplay all
have?
the
Like,
main
but they have-
characters.
they-
Show the non-believer. Oh wait, just kidding.
Oh, you said it.
I was like, what the fuck did I
was
say?
like, Joker, Spider-Man.
Sean the non-believer. But no, so I don't know, because I'm a big fan of Doom Patrol. That show is
Fucking
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, and
Dude,
it's like
fucking
I haven't
awesome.
seen that one.
What?
Yeah, I haven't
It's
seen
pretty
that one.
good.
It's fucking great.
But
I've
I'm
only
still
seen some
gonna
of it.
finish. Justin, what am I
Babies.
finishing? What do I gotta finish?
everything.
TV shows.
Probably.
Supernatural.
Oh God, no.
Fucking Supernatural, you bitch.
What are you? Is it a live action TV
No, it's
show?
a
DC?
Teen Titans.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
Titans.
Titans.
Yeah.
Titans.
They're already
Titans
adults.
go.
I've tried to get her to watch that show too,
I
and
liked
that's
it.
it.
I
We
actually
started
liked
it, but I didn't make it very far.
I didn't finish it, but I liked it.
I almost finished the first season, and then I kind of dropped off.
I
of it, but
think
that's because it was
season
in a
3
weird.
just takes like a whole new turn, and it's for the worst.
Oh.
That's my opinion.
I didn't.
but,
Yeah,
you know.
it definitely was weird, but I didn't mind it. But that's the thing. When I went in to watch Titans, I was already kind of like on like the fence of like, should I even be watching this? Because they kind of
Right.
like did weird stuff with the characters. But again, DC is like, you can only set your expectations so high for their stuff. So when you come into it with it just being like, whatever they give me, like, I'm just gonna watch it, and whether I like it or not, like,
I feel like
We'll
Titans kind of had an Umbrella Academy vibe for me, though. Personally, they had a similarity with like the level of darkness.
I
while
was
also
thinking
still
that
trying to-
Umbrella Academy and Doom Patrol were
I was thinking that
very
too.
similar.
Those two I
Yeah.
saw,
Funny.
yeah.
See, and I haven't watched
Actually-
Doom Patrol for point of reference.
Doom
Yeah.
Patrol is fucking awesome.
Yeah, for a
It's, like,
second we
really
were
well
watching
done.
Umbrella Academy recently, and I was like, because I'm not super familiar, but I was like, is this the one with Brendan Fraser?
Yeah.
I was, like, confused.
Well, it's funny because they actually they have the two same writers on both of those titles.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
really?
Gerard Way wrote for both of those, and so did Grant Morrison.
Oh, I didn't know he
Wow.
wrote for
Oh, I knew that.
Doomsday.
Yeah, he
That's
wrote
cool.
Doom
Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol.
Sorry, guys.
Doomsday's still a DC
I'm a
character. though, so it's in the same part.
what?
My favorite bit of DC that's come out recently, or not even recently, the third season is about to come out next week, is Harley Quinn. The animated
The
series
animated
is
series.
phenomenal. The
Oh,
28th.
yeah, that's a good series. The animated
Yeah,
series.
it's so good. And I hadn't finished season 1, and they were talking about season 3. I was like, I didn't even know there was a season 2.
Yeah.
So-
Oh man, that show's hilarious.
We did what we do with everything, and that's catch up right when a new season comes out. So we caught up on it, and
Talk
I
about
thought
like,
that was going to be boring story, but the story's even great.
Giving
Yeah.
another character light that needs to be shown, like Kite Man. He's
Kite Man was amazing in the
Kite
show.
Man was great.
Hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
That's yeah. I thought that was going into something, but anyway.
Who's Kite Man? Someone
Killing it
explain
out.
that. I
Kite
don't-
Man was just a character that Poison Ivy dated in the series, and kind of Marvel and DC.
Sean the non-believer.
Sean!
I was waiting for it. You guys took way too long for that build
We
up.
were gonna
I
let
was
you
like, who's gonna?
slide.
I was like, who's gonna say?
Said-
Who's gonna say?
You just got shunned, son.
have a lot of characters that are
Yeah,
kind of
suck a
silly.
gut
That
shut.
like Stiltman,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
I mean, they
that's the M.
yeah, they didn't realize that after I said it. So,
I
Too
don't
late
know.
for the show.
yeah, see,
Sick of it.
shun me,
Shun your
fuckers.
That just goes
Anyways.
to show we're talking way too much about that.
Kite Man's another one. It's
Yeah.
another just kind of like really random off character. Like you watched the Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
Polka Dot Man.
Dude, he was awesome.
Just kind of weird
was
side
really good.
characters that you would
Oh
never
my
think are
gosh.
going to be good, but
Yeah.
they're actually kind of fun and their stories are good too.
And that's what I love with the direction DC's kind of taking the obscure characters. Thanks to like James Gunn, he likes to work with those obscure
The
titles.
ones you wouldn't think.
Guardians
that,
of the Galaxy, you know?
Sean the non-believer.
My glasses, but I'm shunning you. With how much I
shunning you.
can't see you.
Damn.
This is how much that
Damn,
goddamn company takes over our minds.
It does. It's
Was it
so
like
massive.
with Peacemaker? I know they're going to be making a season 2. I'm just curious as like where they're going to take it. What's next for it? Like, what do y'all think is going to happen next? Because I like how it ended. Look, ended like us. I guess
It had a good
spoilers
ending.
for anybody. But he was seeing his dad still right next to him, and to me, he must have had a mental break.
Oh
Or
yeah.
something like that. Because that was a lot of shit. When I was thinking about it, they were going through so much crazy shit. The butterflies going into somebody's fucking mouth.
Oh,
all
yeah.
that crazy. That was insane to me. I was like, is this part of their comic lines? Is there a lot of shit I didn't know about? Because it was fucking brutal when I saw them like take over a host or some shit. I was like, hey, you're just fucking dead.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
the big ass, what was that thing that was making all the mucus for him? That ugly abomination of a creature.
It's like a
The
big
cow.
one, isn't it?
The
Yeah.
cow was fucking freaky, nasty,
Yeah.
and jiggly.
I forgot about all of this. Like, I kind of put that series out of my brain.
Yeah.
So I'm remembering it as you're
As you're
telling it.
mentioning it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that did all happen.
It was
Yeah,
good.
it-
I was interested in
It
that
started
shit.
off kind of weird, like when it first, because obviously we didn't know what the fuck was happening. So the first episode, I was like, "What is this? I don't want to watch
look it up?
this." But then we ended up watching it, and it was fucking great. Like I loved it.
Binged that
Well,
shit, dude.
Yeah, it was good.
To pick up from there, I think I'm not sure if he's gonna have a cameo, but it might have something to do with Blue Beetle. And
Blue
'cause-
Beetle's been spotted, and his suit looks fucking
Hey,
It
oh
great.
looks
That is-
perfect.
Gossip
Yes.
Girl.
And Peacemaker worked as one of the mentors to Jaime Reyes. So
So you think they're gonna try an anti-hero, more hero Peacemaker? So he
maybe I
can-
think they're gonna do something where Peacemaker had met up with Ted Cord, the OG Blue Beetle, like back in the day, and then he's trying to take like maybe Jaime Reyes is trying to take like some mentorship.
Do you think that DC has the same approach that the company that shall not be named has? Like, do you think they have similar plans and stuff in play? Sometimes I kind of feel like, oh, that sounds good. Fuck it, let's give it a shot. Versus like 10 years worth of planning.
I gotta
don't know.
say-
I just want Green Lantern.
Because when
Green
it
Lantern.
comes to DC, like I think they just did another Crisis on Infinite Earths, but it's called Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths.
so
in
many
the
crises.
That just came out. Like I think it just got announced at SDCC. So,
Is it? Are you talking
Um,
comic series or are you talking about like CW?
But as far as like the shows go, I mean, DC likes to do rebirths. I think we're definitely going to see a rebirth after this Flash stuff.
Right.
ends,
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
this is going to be a reset. So we'll see where it goes from there. I can't
Would-
really say where it's going right now.
It's they're definitely like all over the place. We got a new co-star. Her name is Taco.
I want to know. I want more vigilance.
You want to talk about it?
He was so fucking awesome. Like his character, he didn't care, and he was just
He
killing
was so
everybody.
funny.
He was, dude. Like I was laughing every time he was on
Were
screen.
you laughing every time?
I was.
Every time he was on the screen, you were laughing?
Each time,
Each time?
every time,
Every time?
Except when
if I showed
he
you a
went to
picture of
kill
him
him.
right now, would you start
I laugh
laughing?
at you.
Don't you just love young love? Look at them.
Google.
They're so in
Google.
love.
You're too slow. I'm not laughing no more.
You said every time he was on.
He was on screen on
He's
the
on the
show.
screen right now.
That's not
That's
even
not
vigilante.
vigilante.
That suck.
That's Peacemaker.
That's Peacemaker.
Yeah, get your shit together.
Look, there he is right there.
You know what is crazy though about Vigilante is that he got recasted after the fact that they filmed everything, and so they had to work the other guy into it post like having filmed almost like the entire series.
I didn't know
How
that.
the
for
fuck
real?
did
And,
that happen?
yeah, and because I think the dude, I don't honestly don't remember what happens. I don't know if one of you guys wants to look up exactly what happened, but essentially when you see the guy's face, those are reshoots. All
What?
the other times that he has the mask on is the original
other guy?
actor, and he had to just voice over like all the stuff that he did most of the time. Like there's times that you can tell like body language wise, like
Creative difference.
oh was it that? Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah,
That means that there's some shit that went down.
Yeah,
Their polite way
definitely.
of saying.
he was like, wait a minute, this is a DC show that actually is gonna be good. I don't like that. I'm out of here.
I gotta go.
So I know one that y'all been watching, the Umbrella Academy. How's it going so far? I'm on season 2. I'm not on the new one, and I've been hearing good things about it.
I love it.
Yeah, I had this new season was really
There's a
really
character
fun.
that makes you want to throw her through a wall because I feel like her character is super annoying.
We
And
can
this
talk about her.
Most
Go ahead.
recent
Yeah,
season.
talk.
What's her name? That does rumors.
The rumor.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she made
dude.
me mad too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was being
she-
kind of a bitch this
Yeah.
season.
Being dumb.
Wasn't you a bitch last season?
Yeah.
So I feel like she wasn't maybe as much of a bitch, but where she is now is that she's lost pretty much everything, and I mean, it makes sense to kind of react in a way where you're like, you know, you want to get that back. You want to get your family back. And my thing with it is, she's not the only fucking person who lost shit. Like, they all did. Like, their
Yeah.
whole lives completely changed. But she went out of her way to be like, no, like, I don't give a fuck about you and what's happening in your world and what you've lost. I just want to get back what I've lost. And was willing to basically fuck over anyone who got in the way.
Which she got people killed, so it's like, I'm not going to say who it is.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah,
wait.
I'm not going to say.
No, we're not gonna super spoil it, but yeah, it's just
It's
she's
just
a
like,
bitch.
it got to, it just gets to a point where, like, it's very selfish.
Yeah.
Which
She
kind
was
of is a
super
testament to
fucking
her character.
selfish.
Like, it seems like maybe is just
I'm
how
gonna
she
watch some of
is.
that tonight. I got
Because
so
some
much
of the
to watch
other
today.
characters, they were like, all right, cool. Like, no, like,
We'll
we're in a
adjust.
shitty situation.
Yeah.
Things suck. We have to figure out how to get back. But the only way we do this is if we work together. And she was like, oh, yeah, let's work together. And then was like, just kidding. I'm going to go do my own thing and fuck you guys. So
Is that one based off of a, like, that's based off a comic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a comic book. He was saying Gerard Way. That's the My Chemical Romance guy.
Yeah.
The singer from.
So
Like,
that's
he
not like with
write it and
DC or
shit.
anything. It's just a separate
So,
entity.
It's funny the way he had made it. I believe he was still going to college, but he co-created it with someone, and they just originally wrote it when Gerard Way went to school for. I think it was something that has to deal with, art or like comics, and he just realized that wasn't his passion. He had something else he had to pursue. We know what that is,
What?
but.
I'm not okay about that.
My Chemical
What?
Romance?
I'm not okay with that.
You're not okay. See what you did.
Did you know that My Chemical Romance is the reason Twilight exists?
Well,
Actually, you could really stem Twilight back to 9/11
Yes.
oh.
because 9/11 is the reason My Chemical Romance exists.
I always heard a rumor
Whoa.
that Twilight existed because it was
Why?
Harry
How?
Potter fan fiction.
where's this?
What in the
I
incursion?
learned this.
Yeah,
I'm confused.
the
I wanted
woman
to
who wrote.
Explain.
Hold
Yes.
on, let me Google it.
Back to the whole Gerard Way thing. And so when I cannot remember 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge.
Yeah.
When that album came out, they realized, oh, Gerard Way got a call, and he's like, hey man, can you come up to this this panel thing? We just need you to accept this reward for best comic of the year. And he's like, what the fuck? So he's going on tour, and then he goes, and next thing you know, Umbrella Academy was optioned, and it won this award. And
That's
so the show started picking up some publicity.
That's wild.
That's pretty great,
That's
though.
pretty
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy as hell.
Yeah,
especially
he's so
since
talented.
So that
Throw it
comic,
out
he
there.
doesn't follow along like in DC. It's just its own entity, I guess.
It's actually Dark Horse.
Yeah,
Um,
Oh,
it's a
okay,
different
okay.
publisher.
Who else does Dark Horse do?
Did
They do
do?
Hellboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I love Hellboy.
Ooh. They didn't do
R.I.P.D..
Invincible, right? No, they didn't do Invincible. Who did Invincible?
Image?
Boom, I thought.
Image?
No, it wasn't Boom. It was Image,
Oh.
I believe.
Image, yeah.
Wait.
There we go. There we fucking go. Y'all watch Invincible then, right? Everyone here has watched Invincible already?
Yeah.
I don't
I
think.
didn't finish it.
Yeah, I, was saying, I don't think I finished
What?
it.
It got. Hear me out.
Oh, hell no. I don't want to. I'm going
I don't want
You
to
did not
either.
want to, but I'm still going to tell you. It got
Oh.
spoiled for me immediately because people are assholes on the internet. And I was like,
Oh,
that's fine.
yeah.
I don't care if I go
Well,
back
what-
and see it.
Justin's really bad about if something gets spoiled, then he's done. Or if he realizes that the show's going to get canceled or that it doesn't close right, then he's like, nah, we're good. And so I'm not going to lie, I was only watching it because he was watching it. So I also
No,
have not
you cannot
finished
do that
it.
because.
But-
Oh, no,
What?
I can.
But-
I did.
Oh,
But
God.
what
And I don't feel like I'm missing life because I didn't finish it. It was spoiled. I didn't
But
want to finish
what
it.
got spoiled? Like, there's nothing.
I don't
that's
even
like,
remember at this point.
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
should finish
I
that.
feel like nothing in that is like too bad of a spoil to not
all.
watch it.
I think it had to do something with
Like,
the,
What's his name beating his
dad
son or
or
some shit like that
and the-
turn or something. And again, it may have been something
Omni-Man?
minute, but I think Omni-Man, yeah. I think
Yeah.
that was just like an influx of like memes or something that came out like the day after.
Was it the...
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
awesome.
I think at that point I was like, I'm good. I don't need it.
No,
gotta go
dude,
back and
that's
watch
like
it,
not
man.
even.
That's
That is not
really
even like
good.
a
I'm
big.
not even saying I won't
spoiler.
go back and watch it, but kind of similar to what we did for The Boys. As I didn't give a shit about The Boys until I heard a new season was coming out, and I was like, I'll catch up. I'm gonna do the same thing with Invincible. It's gonna come out and be like, season 2's coming out here, and
Yeah.
then I'll just go back and watch season 1 again. Like, I'm not losing sleep over the fact that I didn't finish it because I know at some point I'm going to. But when I watch it, I'm not gonna have to wait another however many years you guys did to catch up
Too
to
many.
season 2.
Too many.
I'll be right there.
I ain't gonna have to wait. I read the entire damn comic is following it.
I've heard
super
they. I was about to say,
soon,
I've heard
like,
they did a really
they
good job with
followed
it.
everything. The
And
only thing they
I'm not even
changed up
saying I
was
don't
like
like
the race of some characters, and that's something so minute that most people won't even notice. That's literally the
Yeah.
only change that I have seen. They kept the violence, the intensity, that fucking twist. It was beautifully fucking done. Like, I loved that shit. I watched that. That made me pick it up and read the whole thing. Because I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this? And, like, Mark as a character was so fucking badass. He was a bitch and got his ass kicked so many times. And
He
the
chose the
name-
wrong superhero name, honestly.
Dude,
like-
yes, but that was why it's so beautiful. Oh, yeah, I'm invincible. He got his ass kicked no less than 20 fucking times, like, in the entire shit. Maybe even more. I mean, god damn.
Yeah.
He could take a punch. A lot of punches. Too many punches to be exact.
He could take a train too.
Oh, God, when all of them were getting smashed through. He got smashed through all the bodies.
Yo,
Dude,
violent.
Fucking brutal. Our Omni-Man
Hell yeah.
fucking... Did y'all not watch it?
No, I did.
Oh,
I did.
okay, I was
just,
like-
yeah, it comes straight from the comics, like you said. I feel like it was like straight from the books. So it was nice to see that. I love when animated shows can just bring that to life.
They
Yeah.
did a fucking
It's-
amazing job.
They have a lot more like creative
Yeah, I was about to say,
control.
there's something to be said about animated adaptations that are like, you could be spot on.
Yeah.
I love live action, but there's a reason why cartoons are.
They
so
just don't
well
have
done.
limits. They don't have limits like,
Yeah.
which I mean, I guess technically nowadays CGI is a thing, but like some things just don't look right if it's too much CGI.
Ooh,
You can get away
Animated,
with like, the
everything's like,
violence and Invincible. I think you can kind of get away with in animation.
I know
Yeah,
what we could go
for
into
sure.
right now.
What's
Because
up?
you said CGI, and I know everyone's going to be interested in it or have opinions. Trigun.
Oh my god!
I know nothing about Trigun.
Justin!
What?
I think the
You
only
don't know nothing about Trigun?
I'll let her get there on
I think
her
the
own.
only thing I know is that he 3D printed a gun in from it, and everybody
3D
else
print
lost their
fascist
it
shit.
was,
And
it
I
was
was like,
impressive.
It is a
okay,
beautiful
cool.
gun.
I was impressed.
Trigun to me, like, this is coming back
Somebody
from the
pointed out that
fucking
he looked
dead.
like Machine Gun Kelly in the relaunch.
Yeah,
I
they
can't-
kind of did his
I
shit.
can't unsee it because he looks
Yeah.
like a fuckboy now.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
But the thing is, like, that was one of the series that no one thought that was coming back. Because you got to remember when the original
Oh,
run
yeah.
came out, okay, originally it was based off of a first comic or fucking manga, right? That actually got canceled. So when they were making, they had to decide if they were going to make the show or not. Someone else picked it up and they were able to make this anime. What I want them to do is, because it's based off of, what is it? There's another manga afterwards that follows what happens after the end of Trigun. I'm hoping they reboot it. We see everything we saw in the original, and then they go past that into the second part because it goes further into that. What I'm hoping they don't do is like, I want him to be funny and that nice guy he was originally and be a badass that's not even trying. I don't want them to put like, I don't want them to take away all the emotions he had. And
He's
shit
kind of
like that.
gritty too, like,
Yeah.
because I mean, like he was funny and he did like, he made a bunch of jokes like when he was in danger, but like there was those intense, serious moments that like, I mean, were insane. Like I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just like,
No, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And he had a great
I loved
supporting
the
cast.
original.
Like, Trigun was fun as hell.
Dude, it got dark at certain points because you knew he had a thing where he did not want to kill anybody at all. And there was a point. Who was the guy in the blue that he had to, and it fucking destroyed
I
him.
don't remember actually.
He had to what?
He had to kill him.
No,
he had to
no,
kill him.
he had to-
Okay, like, it was sad. It was a sad moment because this dude, the entire time you're watching this, he makes it the biggest deal. Like, I don't want to kill anybody, and he's giving an ultimatum. Hey, you kill me, or I kill your loved ones right there. And it's hurting him inside, and he finally has to do it. And like, it shows him being depressed and shit after because he basically broke his own code, his own pride as a fucking person. And it destroys him. They fucking show that so well. And I don't know. It made him seem more human, even
Yeah.
though he's like, whatever the fuck he is. I don't know what the fuck he was.
I don't know. I don't know either. He was like half human, half
Cyborg,
cyborg,
android type
Yeah, I don't know.
bullshit.
Enhanced shit. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta say, I love how they're bringing all these old animes back, though.
yes,
Like,
dude.
like what? Maybe a month ago, they just started announcing all these old shows are coming back with new seasons. I just looked at Zatch Bell, like, oh my
Dude,
god,
that's a old one,
oh,
dude.
that was my childhood. I had a little book. I thought I was like, summoning Momotos with my sister. We would just play pretend. But this is insane. Like, you got a Yu Yu Hakusho, like a Shout out. Just
Like live adaptation. Oh God, I can't speak today.
Live adaptations. Yeah, they did an announcement for Yu Yu Hakusho too, but I'll talk about that when I'm either happy or sad about it.
Perkins, what do you think about the animation style for the new Trigun?
All right, so this is going to be a big one for me. Like, on one side, it's CGI, and I can understand why a lot of people really dislike that shit. But when done right, CGI can be look amazing. You got to go back and look at Beastars and everything like that. It looks really good, and it is damn. It's all CGI, but they animate it so well that the story is told in a great way. And then there's been other ones. The one that's doing it is called Orange. Orange something, whatever. They're really well known for doing the CGI extremely well. So I'm gonna give it a chance. I never let the trailers throw me off because I'll get fucking, I'll let myself get upset about it. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be shit. It's gonna be shit, and that's what everybody's doing right now to Trigun. I completely understand the fact that they changed his image, and it's no longer that hand drawn stuff, which sucks. Everyone loved that. It looked beautiful back in the day. It did, like Danny said, gritty, dark tones. Yes, that was a time period. It's so hard to emulate
when
that
was
now.
it made? Like the original, like the 90s?
Fuck me, dude. Google, you're here. He's Googling it as we speak. But I'm for it. I'm down to see how it's gonna turn out. I think I'm gonna give it a chance. Now, if it's choppy like fucking Berserk, oh God, I'll probably be extremely mad. Like, if y'all don't know Berserk, the art style in the manga is extremely hard to animate. I mean, God damn, the creator of that put his heart and soul into it, right? They tried to make the series with CGI and
that could really be like the make it or break it.
yeah, like, and that's what it did with it, bro. Like, we thought Berserk was done. Luckily, it's coming back because his apprentices are going to take over. But back to Trigun, I'm going to give it a chance.
Yeah.
I really want to give it a
April
chance.
1st, 1998.
Yeah, so that 90s style, like hand
Yeah,
drawn
that
Cowboy
animation
Bebop
is so
esque
good.
feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, we were just looking at the trailer before this. I'm really stoked for this new Tekken series coming out.
I'm really excited for the
Yeah.
It looks a little skeptical, but I think I'd fall in love with the story anyway, just because I'm such a huge fan.
We were talking about, like, you said you saw Ogre in it, right?
Yeah, Ogre's in it. They're
Taking like a show or the game?
No, the
doing
Yeah,
a
the
show.
game is
Doing
gonna
a
be.
game.
It's
Yeah.
an
Doing a
anime.
show?
Yeah, it's gonna be an anime show.
Whoa, that's cool.
It was like a younger Jin, right? I swear, it showed, didn't it show him young?
So yeah, it kind of
It's
looks
like the training of Jin, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
Yeah.
his grandpa ends up taking over Hyasha.
That asshole.
Whatever.
Hihachi. You were
Whatever.
close.
Hachi.
You were close.
Heihachi.
And
Yeah.
ends up taking over, like, training him to be, like, current Jin. And it looks like his dad was also in the newest trailer, too.
Yeah, they're like they're really painting a picture for Kazuya here, like really making him the bad
Kazuya.
villain guy.
Oh my god, I remember all these
But I hope
people.
they show the backstory of that,
Crazy.
too. Because he wasn't just bad. His dad was a fucking horrible, horrible
he was a
person.
monster.
He threw his ass off a cliff.
Yeah,
I'm not remembering that wrong, right? Like, oh, hey, son.
Tekken 4.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Bible.
Oh, God.
Tekken is the Bible. That is very accurate.
When me and Alex first started talking, she thought that she could beat me at Mortal Kombat because she could play Tekken okay.
No. Yes.
Did you beat him?
Yeah.
I was like, no.
If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, didn't she get beat?
Oh, I
Oh.
beat that ass. I did not hold back. You know how like some people play like, kind of nicely when they're playing with like beginners or kids and stuff.
Yeah.
No. I was just like combo. I let her have one hit and then I was combo.
Yeah, that's like
Like,
good
to be
stuff.
fair, when we had that conversation, I was drunk for sure. And in that same conversation, I said we should get married so we could go to the beach together.
And
First conversation we ever had.
that's true, yeah, actually. I don't know why it like
That
kept
challenge was thrown there.
Yeah.
In the back of your mind, you're like, I'm going to beat the shit out of her. in a
Yeah.
second.
I gotta say, I know better than to challenge Danny anymore because I lost
Oh,
my
yeah.
mustache to it a long time
Oh
ago.
yeah.
You made a
But
bet
that was
to
for
lose your
wrestling
He just can't be beat
on a
in
video
Mortal
game.
Kombat.
But
He
no, that
really
was wrestling
can't.
on a video game.
I want,
Oh.
I want to accept that Mortal
We were
Kombat
playing-
challenge.
Don't do it.
I'll do Super Smash.
I'll take
It's
on.
not.
you,
It's
Anchor,
different.
dude.
It's not
Yeah,
Mortal
get
Kombat.
fucking wrecked by the pink ball of fury.
Anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my game was Mortal Kombat.
We're talking
But-
about a lot of like. Oh no, you go for it.
I was gonna say, me and Fabian were playing. What wrestling was it?
SmackDown versus Raw 2008.
Oh yeah,
that was such a
Remembers.
good game.
was it 2008?
No, I'm just playing.
I was like,
think it was
there's no
2008.
way.
I was
No,
like,
that was like.
2008.
or something.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I was thinking about like the old Super Nintendo
No, you know what?
64 game.
It was 2008. 2008 was like my favorite SmackDown versus Raw, and that one had. So we were playing a Bury Me Alive match,
yeah.
and Danny's just like, "Oh, is this how you do it? And, like, are you Undertaker? I'm somebody."
Yeah, I
I'm
think
like,
we did a like Kane and Undertaker or something.
Yeah.
You
I'm
lost
like-
your mustache.
We both had
Yeah,
like
man.
solid mustaches whenever we
Are
were
you still
playing.
growing yours back?
Ew. I just got. A
It's
haircut.
been 84 years.
But yeah,
okay.
so it was funny because he was like explaining the controls, and as he's explaining the controls, I'm doing everything to him.
the match lasted 2 minutes.
He's like, press X to do that, and I was like, all right, cool. And he's like, all right, and then you press O to, and I was like, all right, cool. And then just burying him the whole time. I was like,
What
wait
are
a minute. I was
you
like,
doing?
And that's how you
mustache.
beat my
Burying
ass.
you.
Yeah.
I think I thought the match was gonna be like this long, like intense battle, and it was like 2 minutes. Maybe less. Maybe
it
less.
sounds like you tricked him though. Like,
No,
to be
I honestly
fair.
had no.
Hustled him?
I had no idea what I was doing because I never played the game.
Yeah, but you were beating him up while he was teaching you.
Yeah, but he could have been defending. I could have taught you how to fight me,
Was.
but I wouldn't let you beat me.
There's no
I
mercy
always
in
feel
this
like when you're given
dojo.
direction though, and like, okay, this is how you play.
Nah.
You do that, and then you do an actual round where you
Yeah.
both,
Shall we
like,
do a
concentrating.
rematch?
But listen,
Rematch.
I think there needs to be a
Mustache.
rematch.
rematch for the mustache.
Oh, do it!
Yes!
Shave the face.
That was
And
your
we'll do it
victory. Don't let
live.
it take that from you.
Yeah.
Don't let
Dirty.
this. Don't let
Listen,
this
listen,
sidebar
these-
over here.
Hilarious.
Button mashers over here.
Patreon.
Over here trying to
That'll
get
be our
you.
first Patreon.
Mustache match.
Mustache match. No, but no, because like even when you play like fighters, you back away so that they don't come at you, and you're
Yeah.
like, press this, and this to do combos. You don't go up to them and be like, press those buttons and it's a combo, because then you get combo.
Get your ass beat that way.
You gotta know how to teach people how to play the game so you don't get your ass beat.
Yeah, I'll never
You
let
played
that happen
yourself.
to me again.
Yep.
I practiced every night.
He actually still has that same exact copy. He's never turned off the console.
I still think you
He
guys
has-
should do a rematch. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
rematch.
I mean, I'm game, but also, do you still have like the mustache frame, the one that lost?
I put it in the sink. I was so
Okay.
mad. I was so
Should have
sad.
kept it. Should have kept it. And we could have used it as the
Man.
belt.
I think there's like old Snapchat videos of me just like, playing some sad song like
You want a sad song?
Yeah. Play me a sad song.
Got you a sad song, guys. Got this queued up from my library.
Yeah.
Fabian's
All I could think
mustache
about,
is
though,
gone, and
When
he
you
is
said
sad.
that was like whenever you'd make those videos, the hair straighteners were left on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
yeah.
I'm
Those
still
are
making
great.
them. I'm still making them. I'm
Are
not
you
dead
really?
yet. Yeah. I'll post
I'm
those
so
later.
sick of this.
You know what? I'm going to post them on this.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm fading away. And when the broken-hearted people living in this world agree, there will be an answer. Let it be. I close my eyes. Only for a moment, and the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes in curiosity. I gotta let it burn. It's gonna burn for me to say this. It's coming from my heart. It's been a long time coming, but we didn't pin fell apart. Really wanna work this out. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've gone.
Oh my God.
But to tie it back to like the anime
Why?
genre, I did want to mention. I think it's kind of crazy as well. Like Nintendo just acquired. Like,
Hell
yeah,
Studio.
dude.
What?
What did they do?
Give me a Zelda anime.
Dude.
They have an anime studio in production now, so they're gonna be coming out like. Can you imagine Mario anime?
Mario, Kirby, fucking Zelda. Dude, they got so many arcs they can do with Zelda.
Mario
Kirby.
Kart, the anime.
I would kill for a Kirby. anime
Dude.
series.
Yeah, it would
What
be
the
fun.
hell? I'm just thinking
We
about it
had,
right
like
now.
Kirby TV shows.
But what the hell's a Kirby?
Kirby.
I know who
Okay.
he is, but what the hell is he? Like, where'd he come from?
He's a fucking universe
He
eater.
came
is
from
what you need to
Kirby
know.
Land, bro?
Does he have a
Kirby.
TV
Duh.
show or something?
He's just a ball of feelings.
He actually has
Yeah,
more
TV
lore
show.
than that. No,
Okay.
he was like he was from a fucking planet that was getting destroyed. Think like Goku or some bullshit.
He was from Planet Goku.
No, I'm saying like just compare
Like
it to.
Goku.
Then he hit his head. He's not fucking mentally straight or some shit. Kirby
Same.
is not normal.
You got me
So
on
what
the
we're
lore.
what you're telling me is that at some point Kirby could return to his normal sane state, and then we're all in trouble.
He could already eat galaxies and whatever. Or he has a galaxy. He has his own. What do I want
World?
to say?
He's
Yeah,
from-
he does have a world
he's
on
from-
his own stomach. His stomach is a world of its own. Of
He's
everything
from
he's
Planet
ate.
Popstar.
Yeah.
Popstar.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that movie.
He will suck you dry.
What would Kirby get from you guys if he
Oh,
if he
depression?
absorbed you?
You'd be so sad.
Straight up trauma.
Some pretty ass hair.
The ability to not focus.
A 500
ability.
credit score.
Nothing but disabilities over there. Just-
Hey, he gets a win out of me. Everyone's
He'd
gonna
have
be like,
luxurious hair,
"Your
but he wouldn't get approved for
Fabian,
shit.
you didn't say what he'd get from you.
Damn, I felt it when
His
Perkins
Snapchat
said
account.
depression.
Yeah,
that's sad.
same.
No, but I mean, the
The
fact that they got an
desire to
anime studio
cease
is awesome.
existing.
Man, I want more Nintendo. Like, I'm excited for the Mario movie coming out.
With Chris
The-
Pratt.
Yeah. There's a CGI
I've not
Mario
heard
movie
of
that's
this.
coming out.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The cast is actually pretty solid.
I don't dislike it. I understand there's been a bit of an
Is
argument
Mario
between,
gonna
like.
be CGI?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna be
has-
entirely
it's not
CGI.
live action.
Like, it'd be weird as
Oh,
fuck.
it's not
They already,
live
ha-
action.
they already have a live action.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh
they do.
God!
I
dude.
love that one.
That was a
I don't
classic.
hate
Bowser?
it, but it's definitely not a good movie.
Wait,
No.
yeah.
Go watch it.
What?
Watch it and suffer.
I'm sad. I think I might have seen.
Google
It
Bowser.
was like a long ass time ago. I think.
Google
so.
Bowser.
But from the movie, what year was it made? That's what they need.
It has John Leguizamo in it.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
love
say.
it.
It was from 93, May 28th, 1993.
Yeah, Bowser, 1983?
Mario.
1993.
Oh, 93. I was like, God
Live
almighty. They made
action.
Bowser creepy as fuck looking.
But
Like, that's
I'm
what I
hoping-
remember.
Ew.
I'm hoping that we get more stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's
I mean,
gross.
Yo, what?
the argument I was going to make though is that there's been a
not-
bit
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
They're still
Oh,
on
yeah.
that. Yeah.
He looks
Nightmares.
I'll let
So
them
they're
have their
straight out of
moment.
Puppet Master.
Those were Goombas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, those were Goombas.
That's
What
not the.
the-
Yeah.
Bowser was like a
Fuck.
weird awkward
They
like
did
yellow
weird
hair. It
New
was-
cover photo.
Oh, God.
add him to our picture with all of us in it. And the Goomba in the background. But
Just
I'm gonna put his head on all of our faces right now.
poorly photoshopped.
I want the one with the harmonica.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Daddy said
They were
it.
talking about voice actors versus Hollywood A-listers voicing movies like this.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And it's
right.
been a bit of an argument. And I think for me personally, it could be industry shifting. It would make sense to get more classically trained voice actors to do movies like this versus Hollywood A-listers. Because if this movie is going to honestly be geared more towards kids, let's be real, it's probably going to appeal to your people that are like, oh, I'm just a Mario fan, or I have my kids, I'm going to go watch Mario on the weekend. They don't give a shit that Chris Pratt's voicing Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why not, get somebody that arguably can probably voice act better?
It's
And-
continuous gatekeeping from Hollywood. They're
Yeah.
like,
It is weird though
it's hard
too.
for people
and-
to get in because all they do is keep hiring the same actors. to
Yeah,
do
they've
everything.
talked about it a lot within the anime community too, where it's voice acting is becoming more of a forward. People are mad that they're not treated better, or I don't want to say that they deserve the same star status as Hollywood actors, but I feel like there definitely is a bit more.
I mean, some of them
Respect
have
that
fucking
should be
good
earned.
voices, though.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
they
absolutely.
work their
Like-
asses off. Some
like-
of them you can make you cry and shit just like a normal fucking actor, just because they're not on a big screen. To
Like
me,
Justin
it's
Cook,
bullshit.
he's done so much in the anime community that we found out all the way from old when I was younger to new current day stuff, and
Fruit Basket.
nobody knows who the hell he is, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah, I don't
probably
know
watch
who it
stuff
is.
with him in it. He's the voice of Yusuke and Yu Yu Hakusho.
He does
watch
voice
that.
of Fruit
I didn't know
Basket,
who-
bro.
Academia.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I was gonna say I didn't know who he was until we started watching animes, which
He's
is
the voice of the
Yeah.
cow in Fruit Baskets.
You keep bringing this
Ox.
up like anybody's going to be like, oh, fuck yeah, Fruit
Because
Basket.
his voice is still Yusuke in that shit. You instantly know it's Yusuke. Like, you can't get away with Beck. He's in fucking Beck.
It wasn't Beck.
It was fucking awesome. I knew it was Yusuke off
Yeah.
grip. He was fighting people still.
It was funny that he beat up a dude named Yusuke. And
He beat his ass.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
On the note of anime, we have our first write-in to the email, you guys.
What?
Yeah.
Who wrote us? Get a
Okay.
life.
This one is geared. This one is geared towards you, Perkins.
Oh, I can't wait for
God.
this shit.
Okay. This is from Nicole, from our friend Nicole, Julia Nicole Patterson. She says, "Hey guys, big fan of the show and all of you. So I'm interested in diving into the world of anime. I need something that's more fantasy mystical, something with witches, gods, goddesses, vampires, etc., etc. You get the gist. I have most of the basic streaming services, HBO Max, Hulu, Prime, Netflix, Disney. Any recommendations would be great. Thanks, guys. Love you
Some
all."
Isekais would
Heart,
work
heart,
really
Nicole.
well here.
So we kind of were talking yesterday, and I was like, oh, and I started recommending Love is War to her. She was like, I don't have like those streaming services. So it has to be something that's on one of those streaming services.
Like Netflix? What does she have?
She has HBO Max, Hulu, Prime, Netflix, and Disney.
there's a lot of
Hulu.
stuff on Hulu.
I thought Hulu had Love is War.
I thought that was Crunchyroll.
No, Hulu. Let me check right
That
now.
was on Crunchy.
But if she's also talking
But
about like more fantasy and
Hulu
mystical
does have
type
a lot.
stuff, Sword Art would be a fun one.
Ooh, that time I was
Sword Art.
reincarnated
That time
as
I
a
was
slime.
reincarnated
That one's
as
a really good one.
slime.
Oh.
Okay, Sword Art is on there. Slime. That would be fucking amazing if she could fuck his
Yeah,
eye.
that one's really good.
There's
I like
another
that
one
one.
that I felt like was very isekai, but they had
High
that's
School
the
DxD.
That's the second part of Sword
Oh
Art.
my God, it's on there. Okay, you can tell her High School DxD, but let her know.
You tell her to the camera.
Okay,
Yeah.
Like,
this has everything you asked for, but it's very etchy. And you could Google that. I don't want to explain what that is. Baby is laughing because he understands where this is going. It has every single thing you want. The action scenes are really good. Don't
Is
fucking
this the one
Google
with
it.
the
oh, I'm
boobs?
Googling.
Oh, it's so
The
many.
one with the
Specific,
boobs.
It's the one with the boobs.
No, that's the High School of the Dead.
That's
No,
what I
it's
watched,
definitely High School DxD that has the same.
Like boobs.
Oh God.
God.
Yes.
Is that the same as like fan service?
Dude, it has fan service, but it has everything
Oh.
she just asked
Okay.
for. It's just, boy. And maybe warm up to that one. Just check a couple episodes
Don't watch
out.
it with your
Comparison is
family.
lewd.
She's a big girl. She can
Did you
take
already
it.
say Rise
Sword-
of the Shield Hero?
Ooh,
Rise of the Shield
that on
Hero
Hulu?
would be a good one. I think
Rise
we're
of the
watching it
Shield
on
Hero?
Hulu.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
What?
Rising of the Planet of the Apes.
I was just reading. what
I was like,
there.
this anime?
I was like,
Sword
I'm
Art
not-
Online is on Hulu. I agree with Justin that that is a very good fantasy
And it's a
setting.
fun starting one.
And-
It's not.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's not overbearing.
No, not at all. And
That's
it came out
good.
at a
She's only
time-
like a starter series.
Sword Art
Yeah.
Online
Yeah.
should be
I
good.
feel
People
like
loved
that's,
Sword
that's
Art
way
when it came
easier
out.
than like saying Helsing or something.
Oh no, Helsing's so
I like-
good.
I
But
like
Helsing
Helsing,
would be
but
way too much for somebody that
that's
had
just-
never
Yeah.
watched anime
Fuck.
to jump
Yeah,
into.
she's
They know all
seen.
about vampires.
We were talking about it. She's like, I guess I could just like get back to watching Avatar: Last Airbender. I was like, I don't know.
Man,
I
that's
feel
good
like
shit, though.
it is good, but I'm, yeah, like I don't really know if it's
There's
like
so many anime out
anime
there.
or not. I don't
No,
know.
Sword Art
Favorite
Online is
anime,
good then.
SpongeBob. Oh, it got quiet.
The best
I-
anime ever, Corey in the House.
I mean,
Corey in the house.
Inuyasha.
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 That's good.
That should be good too.
Inuyasha.
That's
Yeah,
on Hulu,
cool.
by the way.
It is.
Cool. Okay.
All of it.
All of it. Yeah.
Sweet.
Good.
I
God.
know. I just really, I not recently, but I rewatched it somewhat recently.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? It's,
That sounds
That
cool.
one, but I
it's,
haven't actually watched
it's
it.
actually good. It's not what you think.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's-
say what?
It's just a weird name because these days that's what happens. The names are very long.
Yeah.
That one's acceptable. Even so, Jim watched that one with me, and it's good. It was fun to watch actually. And it has a fantasy setting. It has gods. There's one god that has really big boobs, but that's only shown like it's not focused.
I know he's.
but I know it's going to get brought
One
up.
guy with really big boobs, and it fucked
One
me up.
god, one god.
What's
Yu Yu Hakusho was on there.
Again, I think for just going off of what her email said, she wants more fantasy setting. Not,
Yeah.
Inuyasha's a
think
really good one
Witches,
for that.
gods,
Inuyasha would
goddesses.
definitely-
That is a really good- I feel like that
I,
was
vampires.
a starter.
I want everybody to watch Yu Yu Hakusho. I just think for what she wants.
Yeah.
Things
Yeah.
like Sword Art. Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? Inuyasha.
Yeah, then those ones. So
Inuyasha was every like heartthrob like anime.
they're
Like
demons,
that was like
right?
teen bop
Yes.
anime.
Yeah,
when we
okay.
But
were
it's like
younger.
It was also one of the first like accessible one to everybody because it was on Toonami / Adult Swim early
Yeah.
in
That was-
like
oh,
before,
yeah.
early
Shout out
2000s.
Toonami.
They do have Rising of the Shield Hero on fucking Hulu.
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be a bad one to get into.
No,
That's an
that's a great
isekai,
one.
and
I
that
gotta
was a
say,
Okay.
and I gotta ask
Plus,
too.
it's got the most
like,
fire intros.
One of the animes that got me, like, me and my dad, we used to bond over D. Gray Man. I don't know if y'all have ever
I know
seen
what it
that.
is. I
But
know what that is, sir.
That is a absolutely wonderful anime.
Okay. Before I want her to watch. Okay, it's B
And now
O
she's getting homework.
Uri. Before I don't want to get hurt. Hold on, listen.
Have you watched Bofa though?
What is it?
We just can't go-
B-O-F-U-R-I.
Before
just
I don't
gonna
want to
go-
get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. That is fantasy setting. It is light enough to get into, but the women in there are actually the badass protagonists in the entire series. They're fucking sick.
Devil's
And
a part timer is a good one too.
Oh, that's good too. But
I don't think we said
before
Seven Deadly
Is on
Sins
what?
either.
Hulu.
Netflix? Hulu?
Hulu, Bofuri. That's great. That one's fun. I actually like that one. The female lead is like, she's awesome.
I
What
want
the
Perkins
fuck?
to have his own Miss Cleo segment where he's like around a thing and people call in asking for anime advice. Let me look into my crystal ball.
Well, I was gonna say, what's our email?
So, you too can email us for questions and recommendations and whatever you want at Nerd Social Hour in Texas, spelled out TEXAS @gmail.
Or send us recommendations.
Or
We can
send
watch
us, yeah.
Comment on everything, get a hold
say
of us
what you
whenever
want to
you want.
say.
Yeah, questions are awesome.
Live
Man,
your
looking
best
at this Mario
life.
cast though, because I know I'm bringing
Yeah,
it back. That though, I'm just
Yeah,
scrolling
go
through
ahead.
it. It is massive though for like Hollywood A-listers. It's got Chris Pratt, Anya Taylor. She was in that. I think it was that show about like chess, Queen's Gambit on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that
her.
was good.
Charlie Day is going to be Luigi.
Oh, yeah,
Charlie
Jack
Day.
Black is going to be Bowser.
perfect.
Keegan Michael Key is Toad.
Oh, I
Seth
love that.
Rogen is going to be Donkey Kong.
Oh
this
my
is a
God.
stoner
It
movie.
makes-
Yeah.
This is a fucking
I was like,
stoner
this makes me
Yeah.
excited
movie.
about it just because of all the people
Fred
in it.
Armisen is going to be Cranky Kong.
Oh my god, I get ready to see that.
I don't know
Yeah.
who Kevin Michael Richardson is or Kamek. I don't know either of those characters. So,
One's a person, one's a character.
all right. So, anyways, though,
What else have you guys been watching?
I was about to say, I think we've been talking a lot about what we're excited for, but we haven't really talked about what we're actually currently watching that's not the M word.
I just finished watching The Boys, and
Oh, yeah.
Exploding penis!
Exploding
oh my
penis
god, that was
indeed.
That
There was
fucked
no
me
need
up.
Go to the prostate.
yeah.
That was an
yeah.
obvious dig at Grimace having a small ant up his butthole. You can
Yeah.
make a context out of that. If you
Yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah. For
But
sure, they did a lot of that actually. Like
Yeah.
even with
the Snyder cut they parodied.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
God, dude, they went
parodied
in
a lot.
heavy on
They
that
make
shit.
a lot fun of a lot.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really funny. But overall, like just the season 3 to me was dope. And I think the way it ends with, and spoiler alert, but with Homelander like murking a dude out in public,
Yeah.
and then just
God,
like
that was
everyone
so
just being like,
wild.
fucking chill about it
Yeah.
and like
The whole
clapping and
dynamic.
cheering.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
that's scary because that means that at this point, like when season 4 comes out, he's
gonna do whatever the fuck he
nothing,
wants.
At this point, he's not afraid of
Because
like
the only thing that's ever stopped him is
public image.
Yeah.
wanting his image to be good. Yeah.
fucking hate this show. Not that I actually hate it. Like I like it.
But it pisses you off.
It pisses me off. I want
Yeah.
Homelander to fucking lose so bad. But I
Me
know
too.
I know once he does, that's the end of the show. I
Right.
mean, unless
Yeah.
you have somebody else come up and
Yeah.
you're fucking grinning ear to ear. You're like, I know what happened.
That was
Shut
kinda
your
my
face
thought,
up,
too.
man.
Have you read the comic?
No.
Okay, then cool.
Like I just and I don't want to at this point.
Yeah.
There are
No,
some
That's
things
fine.
that
I
are,
was just curious.
no, yeah, that are so far in that it would only hurt me to go and spoil it for myself.
Yeah.
When I could just watch it, but I want
It's so
Homelander
amazing.
to fucking
Yes.
lose
but
so bad.
That's
You've
what I
read
had
it
that
then,
thought
right?
too. When we were watching, I was like, they're gonna get him finally.
It's
He's gonna
exhausting
die.
watching him fucking win the whole
Yeah.
time.
When it was like, I thought he was gonna die. In the back of my mind, I was like, well, what are they gonna do next? Like,
Yeah.
And they're like,
if
not
he
kill him.
dies, then it's like, who do we have to like
I
what?
guess only up to where we're up now is where I've caught up with, like with the comics.
Yeah.
But I have a huge guess of where they're gonna take it next.
I
because constantly.
He doesn't have a guess. He has a no.
No,
just
no,
like,
that's the crazy thing though. No, that's why I was asking. It does not follow the comic after a certain
okay.
point at all.
Oh, well, that's
at
kinda
fucking
cool,
all.
yeah.
That's why it's nice.
It's amazing because
Yeah.
you have characters that have just been so like loved that aren't dying, like the Deep. You got
No,
Loved?
who loves the deep?
Who loves the deep?
Other than
his little,
octopi.
his little parts, like
No, fuck
No.
the deep. Fuck every bit of his character.
Nobody loves the deep.
fuck all of them. First of all, but yeah,
None of them are good.
None of them are good.
I think when he's
I like
smiling,
Maeve.
None of them are good.
when the deep is on thing,
Maybe
deep
like
is
love to
entertaining.
hate more
Maeve's
than
character
just like
has
actually
been-
love.
has gone through a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah.
It's made me not hate her, but I definitely don't like her still. But I don't like. I
Yeah.
think it's one of those shows where
Fair.
you're also kind of not supposed to like a lot of
Yeah.
people. Even Huey this
Totally.
season, you spent
Yeah.
most of it like
Has
you
his
fucking
moments for sure.
idiot.
Huey's,
Yeah.
Huey's been
There's
fucking
only
up.
one character I have honestly felt for the entire time that show, and it's MM.
MM.
I like Frenchie.
Yes.
and
I love him.
Eminem.
Frenchie
love-
kind of.
I like
Frenchie
him.
was stressing me out
Yeah,
this
and I think that's why he's not
this
on that list.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a very stressful character.
Frenchie
this
was stressing
season.
me
But
out.
the Deep,
No, I mean like
Yeah,
He's
Frenchie.
fun to
People
watch on
love that.
screen.
in the beginning of the comic, like
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
out of there.
understand why they kept him though. Like at this point, his
Yeah.
character
There's a-
hasn't done anything helpful
Exactly,
for
and
He's
He
helped,
tried
he's
to-
helped Homelander though, and that's
like
the thing is right
they
now
could
it's-
literally take his character out and it wouldn't affect.
But
his
that's what
Yeah.
they're trying to show, though. Like in that world, you know, if you're a hero, you're either like one of these top tier ones, or you're just fucking nobody trying to scratch your way up. He's gone from being that shit person, and everyone still hates him. But
But
he's
he is still a
slow.
shit
He is.
person.
I'm not saying his character's good at all.
Oh yeah,
Not personally. I'm like on screen. I enjoy watching him on screen because he's a fucking wreck. You
Yeah,
know,
he
like
is
it's
a mess.
amazing to watch that shit.
Yeah,
And-
like,
does
who
add a lot
doesn't
of
want to see
comedy.
that?
Yes, I love to see that fucking crazy shit. But I love Homelander more than anybody as a villain. As just the end, like
he's
I'm sorry,
crazy.
He's the new
he's
Joffrey.
so
I was gonna say,
fucked up.
is he as iconic as like Joffrey?
Absolutely.
Dude,
Maybe.
yes,
Oh
no.
my God, yeah.
He made me hate him off rip comic and in the show, but I love his character because he's so unforgiving. He's just like, I'm the fucking best. And
Yeah.
it's so fucking good because you have to be straight evil to keep doing what you're doing. It's just like,
Yeah.
there's nothing
He's
wrong with the fuck I'm
so
He
doing.
has no
Toxic.
redeeming qualities.
And
There's
it's-
so much. No, go ahead, Crystal.
I was like, he's so toxic. And I think what makes it worse is that he doesn't fully
That's exactly
realize
what I was gonna say.
how toxic he is. Like he doesn't realize like how fucked up he is because of how they like created him and like raised him.
He's so selfish. His awkward justification almost makes you feel like, do we just feel bad for him because he doesn't know better?
No.
I mean, I don't because he's a piece of shit.
He's a
Yeah.
piece
Yeah.
of
There's
shit.
almost like something going on in his brain that obviously he's like, no, this is fine. This is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, like it's not his
know.
fault per se. Now it is, but you see his upbringing and shit. He was fucked from birth, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's it. And they basically made an evil Superman. And when he gets closer and closer to realizing that his character grows more and more in a negative way, like I can kill all of you. What the fuck? Why do I gotta listen to all of you? Like I love that because in most stories you don't have that shit. You don't have the superhero just like, oh yeah, no, I gotta protect. You got them saying I gotta protect you and shit. No, give me one that loses their shit like this and tells you I'm gonna fuck y'all up and I can. There's not shit y'all can do about it. That's engaging
See,
to me.
I can't
Yeah.
wait until there is something they can do. About
I think
it.
that's why the
I need that so bad.
I want him to
the
die.
Herogasm
I'm so
episode
stressed.
was so satisfying because that's the first time we
Yeah.
saw Homelander lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he
Like-
fucking ran like a
Oh my
little old
gosh.
bitch.
Bitch.
Yeah, but also like it's kind of crazy how they kind of pull from real life. So I know they
Yeah.
got their comic books, but they're pulling like kind of like the political
Yeah.
Heavy. It's beautiful,
Yeah.
bro.
Dude, the
Fucking
stuff they
beautiful.
call out is fucking
because
mind-blowing. Like,
there's
it's
also
perfect.
there was a speech where Trump was like, I could kill someone in the middle of the street and no one would say anything.
Yep.
And that's
And he-
literally what
Homelander.
Homelander ended up becoming. He's kind of like the quote unquote Trump of their world or whatever.
Pepsi commercial. Or
Yeah,
the-
Pepsi,
that-
the
oh,
Pepsi
man.
That
commercial.
was such a funny
So
fucking
good.
moment.
Dude, did y'all
man.
go watch the original? See how cringe that shit
Well, I
is?
knew it
It's
was.
so
Oh, yeah.
good.
That shit being awkward, and I was like, they just made fun of a fucking Pepsi commercial with the
Dude.
Jenner.
Yeah.
And I had to go show Crystal afterwards. And
Yeah, I didn't
It was
remember what,
weird.
what
Cringy as
he was
fuck,
talking
right?
about.
Tell me
Yeah.
I wasn't cringy
You know,
as fuck.
I think
Fair.
one of the reasons why The Boys kind of stresses me out, and like I like it, but I also don't like it, since is it's one of the more real takes on what would happen if you gave corporations or just real people superpowers.
Yeah.
You would have corporations that would monetize on them, try to find a way to make them. The U.S. would try to take them over. It's uncomfortable superheroes, and I think that's what they're going for. You're not supposed to
Yes.
have like a comfortable end game where Thanos ends up dying. you get shit on consistently, and
It's definitely one of those where the hero or the real heroes don't ever win. And it's like that's why I think Herogasm, like I said, was my favorite, because it's the first time that the people that we're following that we want to win kind of did win. They didn't fully win. They didn't get the plan done, but like
it was still like, do you?
It was
bleed?
satisfying.
It was a moment.
Yeah, it was satisfying.
I think
It
it's
was
enough to hold
satisfying
me
just
over.
to see him struggle.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then
I
he
was
comes
like,
back from it
suck
every
it.
fucking
It's
time.
crazy though, because that even kind of puts you in a position where you enter like mentally a primal state where you're like, I just want to see somebody else struggle. Then at that point, you almost become, in theory, a little bit of the bad guy yourself. Like you want the bad guy to lose
Damn.
so bad.
That's
that
human
Like,
nature.
on
you're
that
okay
note-
with with violence if it means that the
Yeah.
bad guy is struggling.
That's human fucking nature, dude.
On that note, I would kick his son. I would kick him.
I
in the
wanted to
stomach.
slap the shit out of his kid.
I would kick him.
So
Yeah.
I would kick him.
I feel like what pisses me off about his kid is the fact that the mom was trying so hard to like raise him right, so that way he wouldn't end up like a piece of shit.
Talk about holding
And
a
then
grudge.
he like died or she died. My bad.
Spoiler.
Only for like we didn't spoil
I'm just
anything.
kidding.
else. I was like,
I'm just
oops,
kidding. I'm just
but
kidding.
Last season.
But yeah, only for him to like Butcher to have to basically like take care of him and like send him with the whatever that woman's name was again.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. So he's still like they could still raise him to be good and like teach him like obviously like right from wrong. For him to be like, nah, fuck you, forget about me.
Yeah,
He
He
yada,
went
yada,
in
yada.
like 2
And
seconds
fucking
though. He was
drove
like, I'll be a
him
bad guy.
into his arms. Like literally was like, I'm gonna be a piece of shit to you just because I feel like you'd be better off without me. But ended up doing the opposite of what he was supposed to be
Yeah.
doing from the beginning,
really-
which was protecting him from Homelander.
I like that aspect, how they're just like, if you show a kid love what they want and crave for so long, like they're gonna eventually.
And that's
like,
exactly
just
what
fall
happened,
apart.
He's
like,
exactly
yeah.
like
he
Homelander.
knew, he knew
Yeah.
Homelander was a piece of shit, but he was still like, I'm getting attention.
Yeah.
And that's all he needed.
And
He
that's
loves
all
sneakers.
Homelander wants.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's weird. They're like
Same
validating
exact-
Damn,
each
y'all
other.
just pointed that out to me, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking
Damn,
great show.
For such a raunchy and like crazy show that does
gets
like
deep.
that's like yeah,
It's got a social
there's a lot of
agenda.
good
Dude.
There's some
storylines
layers
to
there.
it.
They're
Yeah.
supposed to have a side story going
Generation
on, right?
V is the
Yeah.
name of
Oh,
the
wow.
spinoff that's happening.
It's gonna be the fucking their own version of the X-Men or something, right?
I guess so.
Comic
Honestly, I don't
wise,
know a lot
comic
about
book
it.
wise, that they have versions of every hero you could fucking think of.
Yeah.
Batman in the comics is somebody that likes to fuck everything
Bats.
to win, and it's I don't know how to
Like the-
explain it, and I'm not lying. That is real life
Like
their
the
version of
fucker.
Batman. It's very weird, and he dies doing what he loves. And
Fucking.
dude, and it's on the way. I can't describe what he's doing because if they show it, it's gonna be great
I
and
gotta-
questionable.
I gotta give credit where credit's due. The first comic to ever explore this, it wasn't Watchmen. It was Rick Veitch's Brat Pack, and this is where like the Boys is actually drawn from in inspiration. But this literally has like it depicts the Justice League, just like the Boys does, like their own version of it. But it does it to where you will never see them the same, and it really exploits like the whole when Batman was in the 50s, the old show, you know.
Like the animated series?
Or like the Adam West series?
Adam West.
Oh,
you know,
gotcha. Okay.
And like, you know, some of the stuff said back then and like how we perceived Batman, like having Robin as a sidekick,
Yeah.
people thought like he was like molesting him. I mean, literally there was like a whole thing
Whoa.
on it. And so this dude was pissed coming out of I got it. Oh, okay, I don't have to say it. DC. Yeah, he was pissed. I know, I had to think about it. I was like, I don't want to get shunned.
Oh, I got away with it earlier. You're good.
But
Find the missing Sean.
he just
Damn,
had
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna
everything
find it when I edit.
against the corporation because they couldn't let him finish writing Swamp Thing the way he wanted to. So he just tears into like the entire franchise,
Damn.
and it is
So
amazing.
it's like a revenge grudge kind of comic.
It's all about the sidekicks and how one Chip, he's Robin in this one. It's just telling the story from his point of view, and it's like the Boys times a million. So
Damn.
it
had
is
me
just
at
like really
times.
messed up.
Moments like this, I'm like, oh, that's why Fabian's part of the podcast.
I want to go home and
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I bring nothing to the table.
Check it
Bad
out
opinions.
if you get the chance.
about
What was it
Wonder
again?
It
Woman
is. It's called
1984.
Brat Pack.
The worst
Brat
love and
You
war.
will never see it in a comic store probably, but you could catch it on eBay for like $5 a piece.
Google.
So there's like 6 issues. I got them
I'm
all in
down
my
with
house.
house.
That- that
I
sounds
love
crazy.
that. I love that take on it though, like because if there were heroes in the real world, there would be consequences all around. And if there was heroes, there would also be the super villains or whatever. If someone gets power like that, imagine like a normal person gets Homelander's power. Do you think the first thing they're gonna do is A, I'm gonna go save the world, or B, I'm gonna satisfy every personal need I want? I'm going to go with that second option off rip. I'm pretty sure the vast majority would go with that. And it's not a truth people want to look at. If you're given power like that, you're going to go fucking crazy and do what you want.
Yeah,
Who the fuck is going to stop you?
Yeah,
Kind
for
of
sure.
just like assuming that anyone who has powers is gonna do good with it. and
Yep.
That's
not real
accurate.
life.
Yeah.
There's a scary terror to that, you know, like somebody like Dr. Manhattan, just imagining him like,
Watch me.
existing
God, we
in
didn't
this
talk about-
world. Like, oh my gosh, the way he
Game over.
went nuts and stuff. But
Yeah.
He could have ended everybody.
Yeah.
And
See,
all
I
that
think that's
shit.
why comic books are fantastical, though, is because we know that people would inherently do evil shit with comics or with superpowers.
Yeah.
And I think that goes back to
why
one of those, like, why I stay away from a lot of things that are a little too serious, because I don't need to know that human nature's fucked. I know human nature's fucked.
Yeah.
I watch it so I can see the good guy win. Don't get me wrong. Every now and then it is nice seeing, like, a weird or a skewed perspective, but at the same time, that's not what I'm in this fandom for. I'm in it for the heroes. I'm not in it for the villains. Like,
I
the villains can
appreciate
be
that.
cool, but at the end of the day, I want the villain to lose. That's why they're a villain.
Yeah.
I like the villains.
I
I'm on
like
the
villains
opposite.
who aren't too bad.
You know, I'm on the opposite end. I like them being bad. I like to see that human nature
Oh, yeah,
come out
and I
because it's always
understand it.
glossed over. I respect that too. I love
Yeah.
that. I love when a hero wins. But goddamn, do I love when a fucking villain has a reason, follows through, and just fucks shit up.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that is human
That shit
nature.
gives
And
me
that human nature,
anxiety.
the
Yeah.
truth is fucking scary. It's scary, and it's something wonderful to see.
Like
Even
with
though
Scarlet Witch.
Shun you!
Shut
Shun her ass!
so close.
Oh my god.
You know, if you just said, like, a first name, you might get away with it, because technically we don't know if you're actually referring to that character.
Continue without saying the name,
You can
though.
just say the witch.
I don't want to talk. I can't talk about it.
Damn, Shun.
I want to
Damn,
talk
Shun.
about it. Damn, Shun. I can't.
I think it frustrates
Next time.
me with
I almost brought up a
Villains.
character also that
Did you?
I couldn't
I said a whole
because I was like,
name.
Punish.
Oh, punish you! I know.
Shut it, not believe it
Shun,
on your ass.
Shun,
Shun here.
Shun.
That's such a good one.
No, I think
I'm
it does
sad.
frustrate me
I
because
know.
of, like when you think about like you guys just said about villains and like how people act like in the real world and like I just never fucking understand it. And
Any
it's like for
villains in
me it
particular?
pisses me off because I'm like, you're right. Like if people had that power, like they would totally do shit they shouldn't do because they actively do shit they shouldn't do. And at that point it's like it's so frustrating because when I see people like on the daily like that are acting like assholes, I'm like, it takes zero effort for you not to be a piece of shit. Like, why? Why are you
Now
doing
give
this?
those people powers.
I'm like,
Be
Now you give them
scared.
the ability to fly or lift your car.
yeah. So
Homelander.
yeah.
Oh,
It's sad because if you really think about it, like it's scary. And I said it earlier because like it's the Boys does such a good personification of if you gave normal people powers, like the Blue Bird or Blue Jay or whatever, the guy that A-Train,
Yeah.
killed. That shit would happen. Like that
For
would
sure.
100% happen.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like the political stuff that they
yeah,
brought
it's
into it was
so
like,
heavy.
yeah,
it's nuts.
And
Oh.
it's shit scary. And again, I love it. It's fun. I can't wait for it. But I'm
I
gonna go
think
home and
that's
watch
why-
like a superhero movie where they win.
yeah. But literally all these things that we talked about, like I think is just proof as to why that show is so
Yeah.
good. Like it just like
Yeah.
brought all that out of us, and we're just talking about like
it's definitely not
few
for
parts.
everybody though.
It's not.
It's
It's
very
very.
stressful.
Just
It
like
is-
a warning in case you haven't seen it and you're
Stressful,
thinking
It
about
is a
watching it.
very
R.
stressful show.
very-
Oh, definitely are. If
Yeah.
not,
Graphic.
Rated
R.
Rated
TVM
XXX.
Did y'all watch Diabolical? I have not watched that
no,
one
I
yet.
haven't. But it's
Oh,
a,
yeah.
What is that one based
It's
on?
great. It's just a little mini series based off of one-offs. So
Oh,
each-
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yes, yes, yes.
it's
yes, I
they
did see
got
that.
the
It was-
creators from Rick and Morty, I think,
Yeah.
doing one episode.
There's a bunch of different animators.
different animators every episode.
Oh,
I
I
might
need to
actually
check
watch it
that
now that I
out.
know it's
Amazing.
different animators, just
Yeah.
for the animation
Yeah.
styles.
Different stories every time. like-
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I watched a few. I watched a few of them.
Sweet.
Introduces like a few, well, actually a lot of different characters too, so you're not dealing with the same stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we close out this episode, Alex finally found the reason for Twilight.
9/11.
Well, okay, so 9/11 inspired My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I did not look that up, but how My Chemical Romance inspired Twilight was actually Stephanie Meyer had a dream that was like a conversation between Bella and Edward, and then it wasn't like the whole Twilight series. It was really more like Jacob inspired. Like, what's that fucking song? She said that there's a song. God, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot. I didn't think we were going to come back to this.
Why would you say it
I
then?
know. Famous Last Words by My Chemical Romance
Okay, yeah.
was like inspiration for Jacob's character.
Wow.
Whoa.
Is that song about werewolves that like children?
It said,
Nope.
she said it's really romantic version of Jacob saying, okay, I'm putting myself out there and you're probably going to break me, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm still going to make the offer.
I'm just a boy standing here as a werewolf telling you to let me
But
love you.
also, fun fact, everyone was trying to get MCR to like be part of that soundtrack, which by the way, Twilight soundtracks go hard.
They are
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
fire.
I've liked the few songs I've heard.
We've gotten the best Paramore songs out of
Hell.
Twilight.
Yeah, but
I don't know
they
about the best, but
like
Yes.
The best.
The best songs.
refused. They didn't want anything to do with it.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and they wrote a song called Vampire Money because they were basically like saying like
It was like a
people are
sellout
just
moment for
chasing
them.
money. Yeah, they're like, we're not gonna sell out basically to like.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but I guess I could understand their stance in it.
And then I think Justin, maybe was you earlier, was saying that Twilight was a fanfic. of-
Yeah, I heard, and I didn't know if it was true, but that it started as like Harry Potter fan fiction or some
I
shit.
wonder if maybe you heard that 50 Shades of Grey is a fanfic.
Maybe
of Twilight,
it's a
because that's
possibility.
accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey is a spin-off, like a fan fiction of Twilight.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I knew that somewhere there was a disconnect between like fan fiction and like huge series. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What
okay.
the 50 Shades of fuck?
And it was 50 Shades of Fuck.
No.
Also, I'm gonna zoom in on Alex's mic stand. She's our local Twilight expert.
Connoisseur.
You gotta get a picture of the sticker in the middle, though.
Yeah. Go ahead, lift that up.
Definitely.
Go ahead and show that to the camera.
Yeah.
And on that note, guys, I think that's an episode. We, follow us on all our social medias. Nerd Social Hour.
Here or there.
Yeah.
Somewhere we'll put it.
Subscribe.
Make
Get the
your choices.
alerts. Have a good time. And until next time, we have been Nerd Shit. Peace.
Bye.
My butt cheeks hurt.